How to finance your kids' education. Hello and welcome to Videojug. Having kids is an expensive business, and one of the biggest costs you will incur is their education. Obviously, you want to give your children the best schooling you can, but it can be a daunting prospect having to find the money to finance it. Videojug has teamed up with one of the UK's top finance advisors, Martin Bamford, to bring you some top tips to help finance your child's education. Step 1. Work out how much you need to save. In order to know how much money you need to save, you need to work out how much your child's education is going to cost you.
The cost of sending one child to a private school between the ages of 4 and 18 are going to be around £180,000 in total, and that's assuming an annual cost of about £8,000 and price inflation of about 7% per year.
Step 2. Start saving early. The single most important thing you can do is start saving early. The sooner you begin, the less you will have to put aside each year. If you can, start putting money away before your child is born.
The best way to save for your child's private education is to start as early as possible. The longer you have to save, the easier it will be because you'll need to save less each month. So the earlier you can plan to save for a child's private education, the cheaper it will be in the long term.
Step 3. Scholarships and bursaries. Scholarships and bursaries are a way of getting help to fund your child's education, but obviously this isn't always an easy route, and there might be a lot of competition.
It is sometimes possible to get a bursary to pay for your child's private education, and to find out more about this you need to speak to the specific school you're interested in. They offer these on a means-tested basis, typically to support parents with low incomes.
Step 4. Get a loan. There are companies that offer loans to help out on education costs, but as with any loan, you need to be fully aware of what you're signing up for. If you do decide to go down this route, make sure that you do your research and the loan company properly. Be fully aware of the interest rates so you can be sure that you are meeting the repayments.
You can get a loan to pay for school fees, and there are several specialist companies who offer this sort of loan. The only way to be sure that you have the best deal on a loan for this sort of thing is to speak to as many different loan companies as possible and compare their rates. The more people you speak to, the more chance there is you've got a most competitive rate.
Step 5. Safeguard your child's education.
It is important to safeguard against various risks that may happen that may prevent you from paying your child's private education. And you need to think about the risk of death, critical illness, and losing your income because you're unable to work due to accidental sickness. Now, there's lots of different policies available that will provide protection for each of those things.
Step 6. Be aware of hidden costs. Sending your child to a state school is a much cheaper option, but you do still need to be aware of the hidden costs, and these do add up.
You are likely to incur some additional costs when you send your child to a state school. These include things like uniforms, transport, food and textbooks, and on average these additional costs tend to come to a region of £1,300 each year.
By following these simple steps, you can feel safe in the knowledge that your children will have many valuable years of learning ahead of them.